In a sunny meadow surrounded by whispering trees, there thrived a bustling beehive under a towering wildflower. This wasn't just any hive. It was home to Buzz, an eager and hardworking honeybee, and her best friend, Mellow, a dreamy and thoughtful bee who loved imagining adventures beyond the meadow. Buzz loved her work. She spent her days flying from flower to flower, collecting nectar and pollinating the vibrant blooms. To her, the hum of the hive and the rhythm of their duties felt like music. Mellow, however, often paused mid-flight, watching the distant golden field shimmering in the sun. "What's over there, Buzz?" she'd ask. "It's so bright and mysterious. Don't you ever wonder?" Buzz would smile and shake her antennae. "Our hive needs us, Mellow. Besides, the meadow has everything we need." But one day, something extraordinary happened. The queen called an emergency meeting. "Our hive is running low on nectar," she announced solemnly. "We must find new sources, or our honey stores won't last through the season." The hive buzzed with worry. Buzz and Mellow exchanged glances. Mellow's eyes sparkled. "The golden field. What if it has what we need?" Buzz hesitated. "It's far," she said, "and no bee has ever gone there." "Then let's be the first," Mellow said with determination. The next morning, with the queen's reluctant blessing, Buzz and Mellow set off toward the golden field. The journey was longer than they expected. The meadow's familiar flowers gave way to tall grasses, and soon they were in uncharted territory. Their first challenge came when a gusty wind swept across the open land. Buzz's strong wings carried her forward, but Mellow struggled to keep up. "Hold on to me," Buzz shouted, and together they clung to a sturdy leaf until the wind subsided. "Thank you," Mellow said, her wings trembling. "I'm glad you're here." As they flew further, they encountered a dense thicket of wild brambles. The flowers they sought were just beyond the prickly barrier. "We can't go through that," Buzz said, scanning the thicket. "But we can go over it," Mellow said, spotting a tiny gap above. Buzz nodded, and together they carefully navigated the narrow opening, their wings brushing against the brambles, but never faltering. Finally, they reached the golden field. It was unlike anything they'd ever seen. The field glimmered with goldenrod flowers, their nectar-rich blooms swaying gently in the breeze. Buzz and Mellow's antennae twitched with excitement. "We found it!" Mellow exclaimed. But just as they began collecting nectar, a loud buzz filled the air. A territorial hornet appeared, its eyes fixed on the two intruders. "This is my field," the hornet growled. "Leave now, or face the sting." Buzz's wings quivered, but she stood her ground. "We're here to help our hive," she said firmly. "We don't want trouble." The hornet lunged, but Mellow had an idea. "Buzz, distract him," she shouted. Buzz darted through the air, leading the hornet away from the flowers, while Mellow quickly collected nectar. With Buzz's swift movements and Mellow's quick thinking, the hornet eventually gave up, flying off in frustration. Exhausted but triumphant, Buzz and Mellow returned to the hive with their bounty. The hive erupted in cheers as they shared the news of the golden field. The queen praised their bravery and ingenuity. "Thanks to Buzz and Mellow, our hive will thrive," she declared. That evening, as the hive hummed with the sound of happy bees, Buzz turned to Mellow. "You were right," she said. "Sometimes it's worth exploring the unknown." Mellow smiled. "And sometimes it's good to have a friend who keeps you grounded." Together, they looked out at the golden field, knowing that their adventure had not only saved their hive, but also strengthened their bond. And from that day on, the golden field became a symbol of their courage and teamwork, reminding every bee in the hive of what they could achieve together.
In the meadow, near the trees, lived two friends, the busy bees. Buzz worked hard from flower to flower, while Mellow dreamed of a golden hour. One bright day, the queen did say, "Our hive needs nectar right away." Buzz and Mellow, brave and true, set off to find the field in view. Buzz and mellow, off they go, through the winds and flowers that glow. With teamwork strong and courage bright, they'll bring back honey sweet and right. The winds did howl, the brambles high, but Buzz and mellow reached the sky. Golden blooms in the field they found, rich with nectar all around. A hornet came with a buzzing cry, "This is my field, don't even try." Buzz flew fast, mellow stayed near, together they conquered every fear. Buzz and mellow, off they go, through the winds and flowers that glow. With teamwork strong and courage bright, they'll bring back honey sweet and right. The winds did howl, the brambles hide, but Buzz and mellow reached the sky. Golden blooms in the field they found, rich with nectar all around. A hornet came with a buzzing cry, "This is my field, don't even try." Buzz flew fast, mellow stayed near, together they conquered every fear. Buzz and mellow, off they go, through the winds and flowers that glow. With teamwork strong and courage bright, they'll bring back honey sweet and right. Back to the hive with nectar in hand, the story spread across the land. The hive was safe, their bond was true, the golden field, a dream come true. So sing this song of me so bold, with hearts of courage and fields of gold. Buzz and mellow, side by side, their friendship strong, their hive's great pride.